Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Marcus from Team Takeover, and today I am coming at you with a deck profile of a very interesting version of Mira. Now, I haven't seen a lot of deck profiles on Mira, and I actually kind of like him, and I feel that the list that I created has tested out actually pretty good. It handles very well against apes, so if you're playing against SS3 apes at your locals, if you're playing against just other variants that spam boards really well, it has lots of tools to be able to handle decks that do have barrier and decks that don't have barrier, which in my opinion is a very big plus, especially with the new tournament power set coming out. By the way, look forward to box openings for that. I know we're going to at least do one box opening for the channel. Hopefully we'll pull a spicy secret rare again for you guys. But all in all, overall, I think that Mira, like many other leaders, has kind of just been one of those leaders that's about mid-tier. And as a player, I like to kind of test my options and see what's there. Like, I still want to build a Majin Buu deck. And I really do enjoy, actually, this list with this leader. I think that there's a lot of synergy with the way the deck functions. And I think that you guys will see that as we talk about the card choices. Now, I do kind of want to say that my time with testing leaders like this is actually going to kind of come to a close. If there's leaders that you guys want me to test, you can put that down below, and I can either find a deck list or I can make one and test it for a little bit and see how it plays against certain decks, and I'll let you know. But I'm really wanting to focus on getting better at this game, as well as focusing on maybe one good leader and maximizing it, and then if I feel like I need to make an adjustment based on the meta, maybe kind of making those adjustments as needed. But Mira is just really good in and of himself, actually. Like, I didn't think that he would be, but he actually kind of is. So, like, when Crossworlds dropped, there were a lot of leaders who gained the ability to draw a card when they, like, attacked a leader. And he kind of has a mirror effect of that, except for it's not exactly like that. It's actually a lot different, and it's, in my opinion, it's a lot better. And his Awaken effect is very unique. I think the only other card that awakens like him is the Black Zeno Trunks leader that has a similar effect to his, except for I think there's what they do is a little bit different. But all in overall, I think that this leader is great and it has great synergy with the deck. So let's get into it. So Mira, on this side, when this card attacks, place the top two cards of your deck to the drop area. So you just automatically mill 2 when this card attacks. Then, if there is a green or yellow card in your battle area or drop area, draw 1 card. So, I want to first start off by talking about, like, why this is good. So, this effect is good, and it's better than all the other leaders that draw based off attacking, that have to attack a leader, for the sheer fact that there are cards that we automatically play, like Create Android, because he's an Android, that's green, that will automatically be in the drop area. So basically, anytime that there is a green card in the drop area or in your battle area, if you play like the Trunks Bridge to the Future, because we're playing the Veggie package, you will then automatically have a card on board to allow you to draw, which is just super good. So even on Awakened, you're getting good advantage with him. And basically, if he attacks twice, he's already fulfilled the draw 2 to Awaken, which is just super good. And then when your life is at 4 less, you may choose 1 card in your warp and add it to your hand, then flip this card over, which I think is just very unique because it's a very unique interaction with black cards. I really like it. It's for the same reason that people like Trunks power overseeing time. I think that's what it is. So he has that effect built in for him to awaken, which is pretty neat. And then on this side, when he awakens, he's 15k. If your warp has 5 cards or more, then this card gains critical. So there's 2 reasons why this is good. He's automatically going to have this because we play the black super combo because, you know, we're playing a black leader. And the black super combo also requires you to have 5 on your warp. So, like, basically, in order for that to be good, this critical effect is automatically going to be good. So it's going to be live by the time we awaken. And then activate main, you can place up to 2 cards from your deck to the drop area. So that's not mandatory. You can just activate that whenever. So if you need the Overwhelm in there for Overwhelm cards, you can, you know, drop 2 if you want to, but you don't have to, which I really like. I feel that the Mass Saiyan that's SS, like that, the Bardock one, the Mass Saiyan layer. You guys know which one I'm talking about. I feel that that one, to gain critical, there's a lot of problems with milling the cards off the top of your deck to get that critical and that power boost. And I like that he's an option for a black leader, which I think is just very great. And then obviously auto when this card attacks, draw a card. Like almost every leader in the game has that. So, as I kind of mentioned before, we're playing the Veggie package. So, Trunks Bridge to the Future. This card's fantastic because it hits like 90% of the deck. That's just super good. You look at the top two cards of your deck, choose one Sand Emoji, and then place the other one in the drop area. And the cool thing is that if you put a green card in there, again, automatically live. He's in the battle area, automatically live. So, on your unawakened side, you're going to be drawing cards. So, that's really cool. And then, like I said, we're playing the Veggie package, so we got 4 Saiyan Teamwork Kaba. This card is just incredible. Just being able to search out Kale off the top 10 or Khalifa and add it to your hand, and playing Khalifa helps with Self-Awakening. It's super fantastic. This card's going to be super good, especially come turn of the power set. And then we got Unstoppable Ambition, Super Saiyan, we say this right, Khalifa. She is super great, just because she makes Kale, like, not destroy anything, and when you get multiple Kabas on board, she's just basically free awakening at that point, as well as, she is just good at protecting your board from having to use for Kale effects, so she's part of the package, and we really love playing her. And then, for the big boss lady herself, Hidden Awakening Kale, this card is fantastic. I actually did a testing game today against one of my friends, 2 shots, Brandon. It's just kind of like a test bed for me to see like how it could handle against like SS3 apes or an 8 variant. I tested against my wife, and honestly I kind of got stomped, but basically Hidden Awakening Kale, super strong, and I played 3 of her today in testing, and just for 1, I had 3 Cabo on board, and I was able to play her for 1 apiece. It's just super incredible. 20k critical is super huge, as well as the fact that she also draws us cards on top of our lead drawing cards is pretty insane. So, Kale's super good, super strong in this variant. I know she's expensive, and no, I do not have a cheap alternative version for Kale. Sorry, guys. Especially for this version because it demands green. Then we play 4 Determined Super Saiyans on Gohan. Extra removal, the critical's nice. So yeah. And then 4 of the tech choice that I just find to be super incredible, Creed Android. This card is great for a number of reasons. The one is it sets up your drop area for effects, like your leader, so on and so forth, as well as it also fuels Overwhelm, which is going to be super necessary when we get to the black cards. And that's just super key, and it works with our leader because he's an android. And that's also awesome, so it's extra consistency for the deck. I really like this card. Especially with the Veggie package being green, it just fits right in. And then we play 4 Bundle of Curiosity Son Gokus. You basically play this kind of like as a last resort play. Like, you don't need to play these super often. It's not like I'm playing them like I would in Starter Coup. But Bundle of Curiosity does add consistency to the deck, replaces itself, becomes a 5k on board, and can also potentially swing if the leader is unawakened, or I need to make an extra poke for some reason. So Bundle of Curiosity is decent, and if not, he usually becomes charge fodder. And then 4 of Speedy Surprise Attack. This is the new green negate. Again, if your leader card is Android, you may place 1 card from your hand in the drop area, and if you do, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less, KO that card. So you can negate an attack, and then you can KO another 3 or less card. That is huge. Especially when you're trying to like interrupt apes and they have to evolve. It's huge in killing Kabas or other cards that will be potentially threats against you, especially with the Pan matchup. And this card's also fantastic because, again, setting up Mira, again, setting up Overwhelm. I just really like it. I think it synergizes super well with what the deck wants to do. And on to the black. We play 4 of this guy, SS3 Bardock Power Unleashed. Now, this card is just absolutely incredible. This was one of the reasons I was actually sold on trying this leader at all, because this card requires a black leader to play, and I did not like Mass Saiyan with this guy. The reason being is because Mass Saiyan doesn't have a really way to get this card back. Mira does. So basically, if I milled all 4 of these and I warped them to play the next guy that I'll show you, which is the card we evolve, Xeno Evolve up on top of it. When Mira awakens, I can guarantee get one of these back. Whereas, yes, the Mass Saiyan one, it's just virtually gone. And this card is game ending. Okay, so like when it's played, you Xeno Evolve, you put 5 cards in your warp back in your drop area, and then you warp your opponent's entire board. This gets around barrier, and it clears like every threat up out of the way, and it is so backbreaking if they're at 3 of your life. And it's really good against SS3 because they kill themselves. That basically means you just need to do 3 damage before this becomes live. And with Kales and stuff being critical, you can do that without giving them advantage. So that's super nice. And the 30k triple strike is just incredible. So I think this card's really good, and I think it's really underrated. And I'm really glad that I was able to play it with Mira. And then we play 4 Awakened Warrior Bardock. This is the card that we use to Xeno Evolve up into on this card. So basically, the way the Xeno Evolve works, you overwhelm 4 for this card. So you could like warp this, and you could awaken with your leader, add this to hand, and then to top it off, you can swing for 20k double strike, and the Xeno Evolve with this card puts it in active mode. So even if you swing at your opponent, you like bait a Nimbus, and then you baited the negate out, and then you play this on top of it, warp their entire board, and then swing for triple strike, like that's pretty good. And so this combo works out very well. You just need to get to 5 energy, which with Mecha being gone, hopefully the game slows down enough so that you can actually do this. If not, Kill and Veggie Package is a very fast engine, so like you'll be able to drop threats very early against your opponent. So and this actually works out fantastic. The double strike's great, as well as the Xeno Evolve. And then for extra overwhelming consistency, we play 4 Time Patrol Trunks. Again, sorry for the expensive card. I'm not sure what this could be. You could try Relentless Attack Mira if you guys would like, or Relentless Destruction Mira, whichever one it is that discards. But either way, Time Patrol Trunks is really good. One, it gets our overwhelm fueled very early for a super combo. It sets up our critical for later, as well as it sets up our Awakening. Very good for the Awakening effect to either add a card that we need or super combo, whatever it is that we feel that we need. So like I think that this card's very fantastic, and it adds consistency. So really like it. And then last one, last 2 cards that we play. Well, we play 4 of this card: Supreme Kai of Time, World's Protector. Great super combo, excellent card. Basically, the way this becomes live is if you have 5 or more warp cards. So, again, once we get to 5, both our super combo and our Awakened critical is live, which is just really good, really good. And then Scientist Fu. This card is honestly not the greatest in here for a number of reasons. 7 overwhelm is actually pretty costly in this deck. Even though we can mill a lot, we don't want to mill a lot. Like, we draw a lot with Creed Android, we draw a lot with our leader, we draw a lot with Bone of Curiosity, Son Goku. We draw a lot off of Kale if our hand size is low. So Scientist Fu is basically like the ending push swing if it's not working. But usually SS3 Bardock is so backbreaking that it's not necessary, and it does kind of have conflictions at times when you're trying to play the SS3 Bardock and you've amassed a couple of mills to your drop area with your leader, or you played some other cards and you've got the 7 there. You're going to prefer to play the SS3 Bardock play over this one just to draw 2 cards. So that slows this card down. Other cards that this could be, it could be Relentless Destruction Mira. It could be the Mass Sand that lets you take a life and awaken faster if you feel that awakening is super pivotal for you. So those are just a couple suggestions. But Scientist Fu in theory is just really good because, you know, Vegeta Prince of Speed for 1 energy and for 7 cards you're not going to be able to use anymore is pretty good. So that's my deck profile on Mira. Look forward to more deck profiles very shortly about SS3, especially involving the Veggie package, whether that be with Brawly or Ultra Instinct, wink wink. But I look forward to bringing that to you guys, and yeah. So stay tuned for more deck profiles. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys actually give this deck a test if you have the cards and it's not too expensive for you to try it, or you have friends who will let you borrow some of the cards. Because I've actually had a lot of fun playing it, and I think that it's also super good. And one more thing that I would like to say that this leader kind of has that other leaders don't. The fact that he has inherent critical means I can swing at the leader to draw a card, and there's literally no winning in that situation for the opponent. Like they either have to negate it, they have to combo over it, or they just take critical. So like they lose a card, we gain a card. It's great. So that or they block it if they're playing apes. But either way, I think this layer is fantastic, and I think that this deck is super fun. So I hope you guys can give it a try on Octagon or something. And this is Marcus from Team Takeover signing off.